Alright everybody, we are back ready for our first round of the Star City Games Invitational Qualifier from the CharCon Gaming Convention. Beautiful downtown Charleston, West Virginia. Round 1 matchup featuring two players that, if you have watched our FNM stream before or watched our coverage of stakes last week, you should be familiar with both of these gentlemen. On the left is Scotty Wright, playing a blue-red, I want to call it blue-red control. It might be, he might call it something else, but it's blue. It's all the good blue and red cards. I believe at one point there were Delver Secrets and Runechanter's Pikes in it. I don't know how he has altered it. And on his right, or in front of him, on our right, is Alan Pack. He played in round 3, I believe, of the state tournament coverage. At that time, he was playing Jun Zombies. If he's playing the deck that I saw him testing before the event, he is currently on Junk Reanimator.
Apparently you don't think too highly of it because you just said it deck was junk.
It is junk. And for those of you, we did get this question previously. Why is it called junk? It's simply a bit of Pro Tour history. It's one of those names that doesn't make sense.
No, like dump truck.
There was some old Pro Tour junk, which is a predecessor preceded by Pro Tour jank. But the term junk has just come to mean any of the decks that have a black, green, and white color pattern. Color scheme.
Yeah. It's the wedge.
That wedge.
The wedge.
That wedge. So, should be an interesting matchup. Scotty's deck, like I said, the original build was playing Runechanter's Pikes, Delver Secrets, and then a bunch of blue and red kind of tempo and control cards. Kind of his adaptation of where Delver goes from the last standard, losing Ponder and losing some other goodies. So he can kind of shift into a control game, or he can be the beatdown. Just depends on his draw and how he wants to play.
But ask yourself.
Am I the beatdown?
Am I the beatdown?
In this matchup, he is going to be the beatdown because Alan's deck revolves around the following cards: Unburial Rites and Angel of Serenity, which are both of them very strong in and of themselves.
Definitely a trump card.
He does ramp enough so that he can hard cast the Angel should he need to. For those of you not familiar with that card, it basically comes into play. It's a 5/6 flyer, and it lets you exile cards from creatures from graveyards or the battlefield. I guess I could bring that up. Yeah. We'll bring it up once it inevitably makes its way.
It's a nice little journey to nowhere that they go to.
It's there's a lot of value in that card. It basically one-side wraths and lets you draw a couple cards. Leans heavily on Grizzly Salvage, and I believe Lawless Troll as a discard mechanisms.
What about Liliana?
I don't know if his is playing Liliana or not. We will get deck lists here shortly after the round starts and everything gets squared away. I want to lean out here briefly. Hold on. Have you started the clock? Alright. They're good to go. We now have countdown clock technology. We're living the dream. We have CharCon overlay. Yeah, for those of you who were not here earlier when we talked about it, we are live at the CharCon Gaming Convention here in Charleston. It's a yearly event. It's, I think, the biggest gaming convention in the state. It's been going on for a while. I
think it's the oldest.
Yeah,
it's not the largest.
Close to a decade or something at this point.
I think it's the sixth.
It's a where'd it go? It's a three-day. I don't know what the word I'm looking for
convention
is.
Event.
Yeah.
Gathering.
It's a good get together. It's a 3-day get together of everything gaming. So definitely want to thank them. For more information, go to charcon.org. I was tricked. Alan Pack was playtesting a deck that he is not on. He is on Jun Zombies.
Which is even worth the $5 just to get the visitor pass to walk around and see,
Yeah, well, Adam says, you can pay, I think it's $40 for the entire weekend, which is a pretty good deal considering all the events are free once you get in, all the demos, all the tournaments. Our Friday Night Magic last night was free, and there's a big vendor area, lots of stuff to be had just by coming to the event. But you can also get a $5 visitor's pass for any day just to get into the facility. Most of the people playing in the event today just don't in on the visitor's pass, and then sign up for the tournament, which is separate from the con.
And it looks like Alan has been on the beat down pretty quick.
He's not wasting any time. As we see, turn 1 Unleash Cackler, Knight of Infamy, and a Drag Mangler, which was short for this world thanks to a Searing Spear. But Scotty clearly on the back foot here. This is exactly how the Jund deck draws it up.
Nice little Delver.
So Knight of Infamy, 2/1 Exalted Pro White.
Yes.
And what's the other one called? Knight of Glory?
Yes, which I am a huge fan of the Knight of Glory. Just because
the
you're
Knight of Glory
aggro,
is pro most of the metagame.
if you're going to be aggro, you're going to be black. So he put some weight on that Delver, and it went to the graveyard. Couldn't hand that. It was just too much weight.
Yeah, Searing Spear takes out the Knight of Glory, but Scott is still at 11.
Quite a bit of Searing Spears too.
Yeah, we've talked about this before on the broadcast. There isn't any good removal really, compared to days of yore. As we see double play. I mean, Pillar of Flame gets rid of a lot of the threats, but it only does 2 damage. So things it answers, it doesn't answer other things.
The thing I really is the sorcery speed of it.
Yeah, the fact that it exiles
helps, but it's
no huge in this metagame. But it's not a lightning bolt. Like the format just doesn't have a lightning bolt. We see Alan run out of gas here, which is the bane of every deck or every aggressive deck. So Scotty pounds in there. So Alan's in the Jund build here, as we see in Gerald's Messenger.
I think that's seeing it twice.
You have to wait till the end of the round. Get back to the studio.
Scotty's thinking twice about it.
Yes, we've actually gotten. Is it Billy Tackett? Is the name of the art?
Tackett is doing them. Custom mats starting at $15.
Does he have any does he have a website or Facebook or anything like that?
He's on Facebook.
I would gladly.
I'll go get his information.
Yeah, because we have had some people ask about that.
The playmats we sell for like $8, and then he does all.
Okay. Yeah, so for those of you who were asking previously, we're going to get some more information about the artist who's doing the playmats there that you see. And if so inclined, you can get in on that.
Affinity 4 asked if there was any legacy events today.
There are no legacy events currently at CharCon. However, for those of you who are active on our Facebook page, you'll know that this Wednesday at Lost Legion of South Charleston will be our inaugural Wednesday night Legacy tournaments.
Which I also think, if 8 people show up and their need is there for Legacy, I would assume.
Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
Yeah, after the event is over, they'll fire off, as people start dropping off, they'll fire out window boxes as needed. So if you can find 7 friends and 8 Legacy decks, they'll surely fire one off. But we are trying our hardest to get that into our local community here.
Looks like Scotty and Alan are at the battle of the 3 tunes.
So having finally flipped that Delver, you can apply some pressure now. Gerald's Messenger is such a good Magic card.
Just a little bit.
I mean, it's just so hard to deal with, and you get to that awkward point in every game where you don't want to kill it because killing it.
That's how I feel about Blood Artist.
Is it a Drag Mangler?
Yes.
That was 3/3. Snapcaster. Targeting what? I'm not sure.
Searing Spear?
Yeah. So Scotty will lose 2 life as the Undying trigger on the Messenger kicks in, but stemming the tide. And he does have a Devil's Play in the bin, which you can flash back to take care of the other half. Debating a dead weight here. I can't see what Scotty's flipping his hand. It looks like 2 Snapcasters. Or it's Snapcaster and a Scour, maybe.
See the Syncopate? I think he has a Searing Spear, a Syncopate. No, a Chandra's.
Is that Chandra's Spear?
Yeah, I believe so.
Very interesting main deck card.
I like it. I It takes care of a lot of the mana dorks and other weird 1/1s.
Did he adjust the life total? I don't think he did. Because he would have taken one from
Yeah.
So I believe
That's more than likely what...
I believe our life total is correct.
I think that might be a first, but that normally doesn't happen.
It's very difficult to keep track of life total and also talk about the game with any kind of regularity. So we see another cackler.
And he's thinking about putting a dice on it to unleash it, or
I think he's
hold it back.
I think we're waiting to see.
That means that Syncopate, which moves it. Syncopate is pretty good as well, just with the pillar.
Yeah, the fact that it exiles is not inconsequential, and I'm pretty sure that's why they reprinted it versus something else. Is that it's exiling is incredibly
interesting.
relevant.
I mean, most of the counter spells you're going to play now, interesting enough, remove from the game. And it, definitely helps against Snapcaster.
See the Thought Scour, milling 2 lands and drawing a Runechanter's Pike, probably the best thing.
I'll send him home a bunch of playmats, so if people want to order the Throne, he can draw them and roll out.
Okay.
And he's over at my booth if you want to put him on today.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we might talk to him here. So just getting some information.
He does really great fast work. He did 6 playmats yesterday while he was hanging out.
Okay. Excellent. So we just got some information here on the artist who did the playmats, and when we get a break here, we'll make sure to give that to everyone. Apparently, he does custom work for a relatively cheap price.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
if you like the artwork you're seeing, I know he's primarily a zombie-based artist, but
I think the playmat was 8, I believe, and then 15 to 40 to get it custom is a pretty good deal. And as you see, a scoop.
I don't know if you saw the Thought Scour that Scotty did. He milled 2 lands away, found Runechanter's Pike, and at that point his Pike is enormous. So, game 1 to Scotty Wright is its. I call it control. I don't know what it is. To be fair, I don't think, having talked with Scotty Wright, I don't think he knows what it is.
Is it Delver?
Is
it Control? What is it? What is it?
All I know is that the first week he played this on our F&M stream 2 weeks ago, he said it was an Izzet aggro deck. And all we determined that night was that it was not an aggro deck by any means.
No, it is not.
So thanks again to everybody who's joining us. I know there's going to be a lot less people today than normal, simply because it's not our normal Friday Night Magic time. There is a Pro Tour going on. There is a Star City event going on. So we appreciate everyone's patronage. Obviously, if you want to do us a big favor, you can go on Twitter and retweet the announcement or spread the word on Facebook or whatnot. I will not tell you not to do that. So, I will type this up, or try to get this into some kind of graphic here lately. But for those of you asking about the custom playmats that are being featured in the feature match area, let me stop right here. Well, you may have heard just some nonsensical yelling in the
I think
background.
it was Brains, maybe?
Well, here's what happens. We're at a gaming convention. We're in a giant convention hall. We are cordoned off. If you want to go on Facebook later and see, I'll post some pictures. But we are, I'm going to switch to the studio camera just so we talk about it. So we are, I'm Zachary, this is Adam, just conveniently labeled at the bottom. So we're in this giant room. There's about, I would say about 700 people here, give or take. That's how many they were expecting for today. A lot of stuff going on. Obviously, the Magic tournament, I think we had 25 runners for this event. So 25 runners, us, and the judging staff. And then the rest of it is people doing, there's Warhammer, there is board games, there are people walking around in various forms of cosplay. I think the thematics for this one, it was post-apocalyptic, so there's a lot of people in like Mad Max regalia, pretty interesting stuff. So they are doing their own thing, and most of them have no idea that we even exist back here. So if you hear just screaming off the camera, that's what's going on. There's various things.
Having fun.
But anyway, the gentleman who does the feature match playmats, as I'll switch back because I don't know if they have finished their business over there. He is a man by the name of Billy Tackett, and he runs Billy Tackett Studios. And he's available at www.billytackett.com. You can contact him at billy@billytackett.com. Is his email address. He does do custom playmats. Like I said, he is the zombie-based artist. I don't know if that means that everything has to be zombies. I would assume not. assuming we have some downtime, might go over there and try to get him to the camera and talk to him a little bit about how that all works out. But I'll try to put that up on a splash screen at some point during the day. If not, you can always go to our Facebook page and find out information there. Also, more importantly, I believe I mentioned in the past, our store manager, JB Roberts, has graciously started giving us prize support for our giveaways. So in addition to our normal rock, paper, scissors playset giveaway that we'll do on Twitter, we will also be giving away today, looks like a promo Restoration Angel, which is not an inconsequential value.
No, that's pretty good.
$13 to $15 card, very
Held up there.
playable.
I'm kind of glad that they made that a promo.
Yeah, it's very
that would
nice. So, if you like free crap, if you like Restoration Angels, then stay tuned. And at some point today, we will give that away. I believe that is going to be tied in with our Facebook page. I believe our rock, paper, scissors giveaway will still always be Twitter-based. I'm going to try to drive some traffic over to our Facebook page, where after the event there will be pictures of the convention. It should be interesting if you're considering coming to CharCon in the future. If you want to know what it's all about, I'll post some pictures from the event to see what's going on. We have a very sweet studio set up in here. I don't know if you all saw. We have the curtain backdrop. We have our own little cordoned off
little VIP section.
It's VIP only. We've posted signs that says "Do not disturb." That no one is paying attention to the signs whatsoever. We've already had at least 3 or 4 people just bust right in here and start talking. But
I think we had a maintenance man too.
Yeah, that we are located next to a maintenance exit for the building, so we do have some janitorial staff coming in and out. Try to get them on camera. See if we can talk to them about their. We can talk to janitorial staff about their ideas of the metagame.
Yeah, and also I would love just going to a convention and working there, like as maintenance or whatever, having no clue what is going on. You just have to deal through the
You're
people.
a hard-working 9-to-5 or blue-collar
Yeah,
guy.
and then
You have to work on Saturday. You're already pissed off as it is. You come into work, and there's 700 people dressed like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
And also,
Might you
the
say,
little kids,
what in tarnation is going
the
on?
little kids that have to work, the teenagers, working a part-time job on the weekend, working at the concession stand, that have to deal with these people that just want pizza and Skittles. Is probably just as bad. You know that there's also, speaking of Mad Max, there is an actual Mad Max convention in the desert, and they on their website they put not to be confused with separate them from that.
CharCon 40K Championship will be getting away in about 20 minutes. Make sure everybody gets ready for that. Thank you.
Another thing I forgot to mention, there are announcements being made over the PA system, so we will be fighting those as well. But that just has flavor. That's just flavor.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more announcements on when things are going to start.
That, of course, is what's Corey's last name? Is it Lake? Corey Lake?
I believe so.
Corey Lake, one of the organizers of the event, instrumental in helping us get our internet situation squared away last night. My apologies to anyone who tried to watch last night, and my apologies also to anyone who was here and tried to be a part of it. We had some monumental problems last night. We tried to do F&M from here last night. We did have a draft stream set up. We were watching our 2012 West Virginia State Magic Champion, Hunter Sumter. Hey, Tom. Do our picks. He was doing the picks, and like I said, I got a lot of positive feedback on YouTube. People like to see those drafts that were turned around that go with the pick order. So we were doing well for about 5 minutes, and then the internet just completely crapped itself, and it never came back until about 10:30 or 11 when we finally got that sorted out. So we are running hot today. Everything is working great. So hopefully everything stays true there.
John's kind of disappointed because Hunter's draft picks were kind of interesting since he passed the Ash Zealot and then got nothing but Rakdos.
Yeah, he
after
did.
that.
He did open his first pack. He could have taken an Ash Zealot, but he didn't. He took the Celestia Guild Mage, which is not like one was right or wrong, but it's very interesting because had he taken the Ash Zealot,
No, I thought it was
he had the best possible.
the Beetle. Wasn't it the Beetle?
I think he ended up taking the Guild Mage.
Okay, yeah.
But he ended up going Celestia and then passed the not Rakdos deck over the course of the draft, or the 6 minutes we saw. Anyway, back to the action here. We see a Rakdos Cackler from Alan met by a turn 1 Delver, which knowing Scotty Wright will flip lines and immediately start pounding it. Moment of truth.
Nice little troll.
Oh no, he didn't do it. Someone in the chat is asking about the playmats, the zombie Dragonite playmats. How much that would cost? To be perfectly honest, I'm not
Between
sure.
$15 and $40.
I'm not sure what that means.
That would be. I mean, it depends on how elaborate I would believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll talk to Billy.
I'm sure what is displayed is of the higher grade of what.
I'm going to tell you right now, the playmat on the right, the raw zombie one, not necessarily my style of art. I think it's very well done. It's not something I'm super. This SpongeBob one though, I think is pretty awesome. I'm really on board with the zombie SpongeBob.
It's a pretty interesting take.
And you know what SpongeBob's pet snail's name is? We should do a giveaway on that. Where people have access to the internet.
Yeah, the internet.
His name is Gary.
I'm too sophisticated for cartoons.
So we see a Searing Spear take out the Troller's Troll. He was trying to discard the Gravecrawler to it to beat in some extra damage, but to no avail. To no avail.
He's mulling over. Is that just a 1/1 or a 2? I believe what 2/2.
The Rakdos Cackler. It is a 1/1 base with Unleash, so it's a 2/2 now. Another in a long string of 2/2 creatures for one. So we could be bringing up some of these cards. I keep forgetting I have that availability. So Mizzum Mortars takes out the Cackler. Do you have any strong opinions about Mizzum Mortars?
Oh, I love it.
I think it's a heck of a Magic card.
I love it. I mean, I always like playing with Qualifier, and it's pretty good. It's a good. If you don't have the $50 for Bonfire, you can definitely play Mortem, and you can do it whenever you want.
Yeah, and the good thing about Mortars too is it's just any card that could potentially be a one-sided Wrath of God. Seems to be pretty important. So we've got Alan stuck a little bit on mana here. We'll find his third land. This looks like a Drag Mangler. Pre-combat's probably a Drag Mangler. And now I see him pound in here. Diagraph Pool, Promo Gravecrawler, and the Drag Mangler. See, that's the power of zombies. If you can't deal with that Gravecrawler, it's just going to come back over and over.
Yeah.
A very well-designed thematic card.
Yeah.
Also
very well done. Period.
Also very good Magic card.
Yeah.
So Scotty's kind of up against it here. He's already burned through 2 removal spells and still facing down. 7 power across 3 bodies.
If you have ordered a CharCon 2012 t-shirt, they are ready for pickup at Event HQ. If you can come see the lady Raven. Once again, if you have ordered a CharCon 2012 t-shirt, they are ready for pickup. Thank you.
I believe the CharCon t-shirts are
They're
available.
for pickup in case anybody on the stream has ordered one.
Yeah, you need to
You
get over
should
here.
be down here at CharCon because if you're waiting to come down until your t-shirts were available, they
Now
are
is the
now.
time.
Yes.
So go ahead and pull the trigger on your trip.
Or even if you wanted to buy one,
They're available.
they're available now.
So Scotty jumps out there with the Delver. Looks like
And
we're
it looks
seeing
like a
Rift.
Snapcaster.
Snapcaster on Searing Spear. Takes out the Drag Mangler. Still drops him to 8 though.
And he's gonna leave that Gravecrawler out there.
Oh, sorry. Didn't drop to 8. Didn't jump out. So there's your messenger. It's such a good card. Like if you kill, like his effective life total at this point is 6 because he has to
can't
kill.
do it, yeah,
I
there's
mean, he
no way.
can Pillar of Flame, but that's true. That's not. It's not like he can't get rid of it immediately.
Another way, but it looks like
But it's
he has.
very difficult.
Oh, he has Izzet Charm, Snapcaster, 2 Snapcasters.
I don't know what the other one is.
There's 3 cards. I think there's a double of one thing.
Yeah, he has 2 Snapcasters.
Yeah. So he can essentially
He can charm. He can
charm.
He can charm one and block the other. It's still not going to help him as far as the messenger goes.
No, because
So we're seeing a pre-combat Izzet Charm, which just shocks himself.
still knocked him
No, you have to
out
do
of
it.
cup. Yeah,
I'm
there's no.
just whinging. Now I'm in a much better spot than he was in the previous games. Oh, it's an unsummon.
Oh, okay.
So he doesn't. I'm being very, getting way ahead
Real
of myself.
hasty, yeah. You are.
mean,
You
I'm-
clearly don't want Scotty to win because it's like total would be nothing.
You caught me. You caught me. That is one thing I felt like, for any of you who did watch our States broadcast, having, Hunter Sumter who ended up winning it, I'm playing with him like on a regular basis. I like to think, we're not the best of friends, we're pretty good acquaintances.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to not be biased when doing the coverage. But I would like to say, if you go back and watch, I was very
Fair and
impartial.
balanced, yeah.
As we see Victim of the Night. Is that a sideboard card you figure? I should get
really-
that. Reminds me I should get the deck list after this. So
I
should
have no clue.
should Alan win
Which
this
I mean is
game-
better than the other options right now.
Oh, Dungeon Geist. Locking down a Grave Crawler.
I love some Dungeon.
It's a very. I know he plays 2 of them in his main deck. Seems like a very good card. And it just.
You know what would be good right now? A little Bonfire.
So he's got 2 Searing Spears. He's got a Pillar of Flame in his hand, so that'll take out the Diagraph Pool. Searing Spear should kill one of the other ones. So he'll take 2 here and drop to 2.
Oh, and the
He catches it.
well, I mean he can block, so he really doesn't have to take anything.
Well, he's going to take. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he can't block.
Yeah. Which
Oh, we are. Oh, I completely forgot Scavenge was a thing in Magic.
well, instant speed 3 damages still.
But it does prevent him at least from getting blown out by attacking in and then losing both of them to the removal spell. I mean, regardless of the situation, Alan's out of gas here. I'm not sure if he has another Dragon Mango in his yard or not. But the thing is his opponent's at 4 life with 1 card in hand, with no cards in hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all he has to do is messenger
Or just keep
or play land. Yeah.
So now we have a contest to see whose deck is kinder to them. Well, both of them are pretty crappy to them. Magic is
Play some nice draw code.
one of the most fun games we could possibly play. I would not attack.
No. I wouldn't even touch that Dungeon Guys. Just let it card. Just
It's a
let
wall.
It, yeah.
Dungeon Geist just says it. Block target diagram. So this is very interesting because at this point, while it will not straighten remove the Dungeon Geist, it does make it insufficient blocker. And an endless stream of Searing Spears continues from Scotty.
I think
Very
I may just hold the card. If I was one of them, would you try to block the cards in your hand?
Yeah, I'd probably hold 1 land.
Yeah.
Although at this point, if you look at Alan's deck, especially him as the aggro deck, there's no card that he wouldn't cast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah. If I
So
was
it's a bad bluff.
for him. Yeah. I mean,
So we do see a Lawless Troll here.
Thought Scour.
He's going to Thought Scour himself and see what happens. Oh, he gets rid of the Thundermaw.
well,
Thundermaw, okay. It's good to see that card finally seeing some play. It's a heck of a Magic
It
card
is.
that was not getting any play in the previous
because
iteration.
of Vapor Snag
Yeah.
and infinite better removal.
So, the Troll does get in.
I think I would just suck it up and take the land or 2.
Yeah, because he's only has 1 card in hand, so max here he can go down 2.
Well, and the biggest thing is just the regeneration.
I also think, mislabeled this, I don't think he's playing Jungle as well. I don't think he's playing Golgari. I think
He has some red cards.
Oh!
He has a red card in his hand.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, no, that was, never mind.
Scotty.
I mean,
So we see an appearance of Annihilating Fire, which is basically a Searing Spear for 3 that exiles upon resolution. So he, looks like we're getting a judge ruling
because
here.
the regeneration shield, that's it.
Yeah, the
You knock
interaction.
it out of combat.
So I'm not sure what that. So I guess the ruling is that it does not. It doesn't kill the dungeon.
No,
guys.
it would tap it and knock it out of combat. So he would not take any.
Interesting. Interesting turn of events. Scotty's still up against it. Passes back with no play. Did you see what he drew that turn? He's playing pretty close to the rest here. Rancor on
Snapcaster.
Getting back. Unsummon. The Rancor, yeah, he did put it in the paper, didn't he?
Yes. So that is, that definitely helps Scotty out a bunch.
That Rancor, he can't beat the Rancor.
No.
It just turns all the
We'll just even have another creature on the, there's Tamiyo.
Slowly but surely. I'm trying to figure out if Alan's playing a card like Death Ray Shaman. I'm not sure. I still don't attack here.
No. Well, I believe Scotty is more control. It just happens to have Delvers in it.
Well, he can also morph it. He's kind of like a mid-range deck that he can take out things. I'm sure he took
the
out
sideboard, yeah. Tamiyo's probably came in.
Well, he has
one main.
Again, a lot of this information is old because I don't know exactly what he's playing for today. We will get, if this does go to game 3, I will get the deck list. I simply forgot, so I apologize for that. But as you see, again, another plan come off the top. It's just a matter of seeing. He used to play one Tamiyo and one on the side, so I got to see. So Tamiyo's getting awful closer to ultimate.
I think it would be okay to swing with the dungeon guys.
At this point, you're going to get some damage in, but to protect your Tamiyo, you're going to win off the back of the Tamiyo now.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always block with the Snapcaster.
This is why the Golgari zombie version is it's quite different in the sense that this doesn't have the reach that the Jum deck does. No Brimstone Volleys, no Searing Spears at a time.
No bump the night.
No bumps. Anyone who saw our States broadcast knows how good that card inevitably is.
It's pretty abrupt. Max Turner's a big advocate of Bump of the Night because he wants to bump up the jams constantly.
So we see a Crippling Blight on the Snapcaster, which will kill it. But he's still locked down here. And now we see, possibly we might see the interaction of a Tamiyo emblem and a Thought Scour, which he just drew.
Oh, my heart is a flutter.
You can mill your opponent out with one Thought Scour and a Tamiyo emblem.
I don't know if that'd be good because wouldn't that just be Grave Crawler, Grave Crawler, Grave Crawler?
Yeah, probably.
And then...
So his Tamiyo is at 9, so he can untap Ultimate Tamiyo, and then he just has Searing Spears for the rest of the game, right?
Yeah. Which, I mean, you could always just Thought Scour yourself and Brainstorm every turn. Part of you.
This game seemed like it was over 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, and now it is.
That one dungeon Geist off the top changed everything. Or the Unsummon on the Rancor, too.
That was
big.
the...
So he's not going to Ultimate Tamiyo, he's just going to keep grinding away at the end. So we see Crippling Blight again. That will finish off the
one dungeon guys.
The dungeon guys, which means the
one Grave
Crawler will untap next turn. The question is it too little, too late?
I'll stop that guy out too. I gotta keep
I think there's some comment in the chat about whether or not he took out the Snapcaster Mage and Alan realized he could have killed the Dungeon Geist earlier, which he could have. I'm not sure if there was a strategic reason or he just missed it. Either way, he saw it this time. So Scotty's hand is the Searing Spear, and then 2 cards that I cannot make out.
I mean, would you just use this time to ultimate the Tamiyo? Because you have, I mean, one creature's locked down. You have the Searing Spear in your hand.
I think I would.
Machine gun hit forward.
Yeah, he has three equivalent activation. 3 equivalent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he can cast the Searing Spear 4 times a turn. So he can wipe his board every turn. Plus make up for either a lightning bolt to the face or a drag mangler if you draw it off the top. And that's assuming he doesn't even chip it. Nope.
No, he's tapping down.
Just keep on moving up.
think that was a good play on Scotty's part, letting that steam vent come in like tapped.
That's a pro player.
It is. That is.
Even the bush leaders. So Tamiyo locks down the troll.
I just can't wait for Alan to draw the messenger.
So Grave Color Great Core resolves on Grave Color. Not sure about that. Okay, I'm not sure why he did that. He does have Searing Spear in hand.
I mean, unless you're just waiting for the ultimate Tamiyo.
I don't know if Alan's list has any Deathrite shamans in it. That's really the only reach that these Golgari decks have as far as direct damage.
I'm kind of looking forward to playing Deathrite in Commander because I did not know that it was each opponent.
Yes, that is something that most people realize that all of his activations, whether it's removing a land, instant sorcery, or creature, it's from any graveyard.
No, even the losing 2 life.
Yeah, I mean all of them cost it. For all 3 of its modes of activation, you have to remove a card from a graveyard, but it can be anybody's graveyard.
I just don't see why Tamiyo is not ultimated here. Yeah, especially with the Think Twice. Unless you're just in that mindset of I have to keep this tab.
There's an interesting comment on my Twitter feed maybe like last week, where someone was just saying we just save everyone a lot of time and just say Tamiyo's emblem plus insert card here is awesome. Because it's not really the card that makes it awesome. It's the fact that Tamiyo's emblem lets you do crazy stuff.
Well, I mean, would it be Tamiyo's emblem and Dan is awesome? Because I would,
Well, Dan is awesome in and of itself.
The picture, it's just a boat. It's just a boat, and then you're like, oh, it's a big fish.
You don't really need an emblem to make Tamiyo awesome. So we see a Bonfire for how many?
Bajillion.
We are going to regenerate the troll. So it was for 3 there.
And then the troll's tapped. Yeah. That would have been another insert card here that would have been pretty good.
Well, he's got another troll. And I believe 2
a couple cards,
and he has a Rancor in his hand. So, what do you got, Scott? The Mortars, the Cyclonic Rift overloaded, both of those overloaded. Or is he still, at this point, don't you have to Ultimate Tamiyo?
I would think.
And spear everything? But even that doesn't work because he's got regeneration. He can regenerate 3 times.
Well, it won't kill them, but it will not, at least...
Yes. Yeah, he does.
Buy you turn.
Yeah. Alright, fine. I think I might just be of that ilk of Magic player who just looks desperately to ultimate planeswalkers as soon as possible, even though it's strategically incorrect most of the time.
Sometimes you gotta do it, or sometimes you get in that habit of doing the same thing.
He can almost do it twice. Tamiyo goes on 12. It's 8 to ultimate, right?
Yeah. But you just get in this mindset, like, I gotta keep this guy tap it. So never think about ultimating.
He cast the back half of the Think Twice there, right?
Yeah, he thought about it twice.
He had already thought once, so that time he thought twice.
Thinking again. Mulling it over. So that's you got red cards and blue cards in his hand, so I cannot tell.
Well, once the Searing Spear he's had forever, I think he drew an island. I could be wrong.
And
there's no way I'm going to be able to figure it out now. Well, there's a Devil's Plate in the graveyard.
I think there's one in his hand.
But he can't be proactive at this point. Alan's life total is way too high for that to be relevant.
He's going to
lock it down. Yeah. So he's locking down the Rancor. Is that Chandra's Fury?
Looks like it. But still...
That's not any good on your turn, is it? I'm not sure why you would cast it on your turn, right?
I
I would really like to. So they got about 13 minutes left. I really would like to talk to Scotty about his thought process there. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No,
That's one thing I want to reiterate. We appreciate these gentlemen letting us watch them play on camera. Obviously, it's a little bit more daunting than just playing in the broom closet. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, you just don't know. You might not see it, overlook it.
I'm sure there was a reason for it, but we will try and talk to him, or at least try to talk to him off camera. While this is going on, I'm going to put up this information on these gentlemen's sideboard. If you want to get in touch with us to possibly win fabulous prizes, or to get in touch with some of the celebrities that you've seen on the stream in previous weeks, or if you want to get, most importantly, up-to-date information whenever our stream goes live or whenever we post new content to YouTube, simply search for Zach Sells Magic on all forms of social media.
Just put it in Google.
Just Google Zach Sells Magic, and if I don't come up, then something is wrong. But all joking aside, if you do follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch, that's the most important one. If everyone who's watching right now on Twitch can go right to the bottom of your screen, there should be a little gear button, and you click on it, it should say follow, and then that will you'll subscribe to our channel. And then anytime our stream goes live, so if we do something during the middle of the week, we have an impromptu cube draft, or if we do get this legacy tournament off the ground, it will send you an email confirmation, or send you an email notice anytime we go live. And that is the best way. I do it myself for streams I follow. So I can recommend it in good faith.
There are no MySpace, Friendster, or
I
other,
know. I need to update
you
my
get that
MySpace.
underground. You need to get that underground social media.
So MySpace, I can just I can just market myself to like bad local bands and like creepy old men.
It worked. They'd be watching it.
They might be interested. All right, I'm gonna step out briefly so I can get these deck lists.
I'm gonna watch them. Yeah, I'm gonna watch them shuffle up their cards. Yeah, it's just like Draco said. You just get. I've gone stuck in the same thing. Planeswalker do the same thing over and over again. Then, like Hammer of Chaos, you get that blinder effect. That's the only mode you see.
Necklace.
Oh,
Living the dream. So,
I think I designed one of those. Oh, for Max Turner.
So let's talk about Alan Pack's deck. He is in fact Golgari Zombies. He's playing all 12 of the 1-drops. He's playing a full suite of Rancor and Crippling Blight, 2 Night Infamy, 2 Deadweights, 4 Lawless Troll, 2 Abrupt Decay, 4 Messengers, and 4 Mangoes. Now, out of the board, things that are relevant for this matchup. Nothing. He brought in the Victim of the Night, obviously, and he probably brought in the extra Deadweight.
I think
he has 2
is there Golgari Charm's main?
No.
Okay, he brought those in.
Okay. Basically to beat Mortars and any of the other
Well, and
super effects.
it hit Snapcasters and...
Oh, because of the -1.
Yeah, -1, yeah.
And then he has 2 interval connections. I'm not sure if he brought those in because this is not a strictly controlled deck this guy's playing. He does have 2 Appetite for Brains, which I think would be good against other controlled decks, but most of Scotty's spells don't cost 4. Moving on to Scotty's deck, Delver Snapcasters. He does have 2 copies of Frostburn Weird. Are you familiar with that card? It's a 1/4 that
I love that card.
that you can pump.
Yeah, that's
He's testing those out today because he said the 2 Agent of Bolas that he had previously just were not working.
I mean, a 1/4 is huge.
And then it looks like most of the other cards we've seen on play. He does have a Tamiyo main. And then the sideboard looks like Blasphemous Act, Annihilating Fire, another Tamiyo, Dungeon Geist, Bonfire. So it looks like the Thundermauls are on the board. So it looks like he just brought in all the cards you would expect in this matchup.
The sideboard definitely looks like it should have Give Some Given in it since it's nothing but 1-offs.
Yeah, he only has 2 copies of Negate, 2 copies of Thundermaw Hellkite, and everything else is a singleton. So back to the game here. We can see that Alan did bring in Duress as well. He just had 2 copies of that on the board. I forgot about it completely. Grips a Pillar of Flame out. No 1-drop, but at least 1 Zero's Messengers at 2, I see. So we see a diagram come down.
What I really like about Alan's deck list is that all of it is basically in pencil, and then Swamp is in the darkest black pen after a master
Which
bolt
means
to
he
stress
forgot
that,
to put
yeah.
swamps in there.
Or you stress that point that it is swamp and it produces black mana.
So now we see one of the interesting things with these zombies decks, the ones that play the Guildgate.
Everything comes into play tapped.
So he had no one drop for the duress. We see the Snapcaster Mage flash back the pillar that he took, getting rid of the Diagraph Wheel.
Which is also interesting because your lands come into play tapped and some of your creatures.
They're on theme. So Alan misses his third land drop. We have an unprotected Lotless Troll here. That could get burnt out.
Scotty is trying to inch in 2. So I would assume there's some trick he's got.
He might just... Are you talking about when he serves into the troll? He might just want to trade there because he can't regenerate it.
Well, I know, but you don't want him to swing in for like, yeah, forward.
He's ahead on this race.
Oh, yeah, another pillar, yeah.
The pillar flame was one of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Very interesting here. So we see, in response to the pillar flame, discard a messenger and, is it a Gravecrawler?
Yeah.
I can't see. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of glare on the bottom of the screen. We were able to solve the...
another...
Oh my. Oh my.
Is it worth that?
Well, he doesn't have a third land, so I guess he's determining what it is. He does now have a 6/5.
That's three Gravecrawler. I mean, three messengers, and I think a Gravecrawler. There's the
So
5 box.
and then he draws his land. He is all in on this Lotless Troll.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it is pretty big right now.
I guess it's just one of those things where, should he... And remember, I always forget that it has Trample.
Oh, doesn't it have Trample?
It does. How good is that card? It's like with the Titans, like you forget Great Titan had Death Touch. Because
I never forgot that.
Yeah. It wasn't really relevant that much. But so here's the thing. I mean, yes, Alan has... he landed another troll while we were paying attention. He has thrown away a lot of his resources to try and save that troll. But Scotty's down to 1 card now.
True. And 15 life with the Bonfire. Check it's 1 troll.
So Scotty's in a race here.
I think you should take the damage from the troll every time and not worry about...
I want to see a Crippling Blight take out Snapcaster. See the troll serve in. If I'm going to tell you right now, if Alan ends up winning this game, it will be one of the more
a pretty quick one.
Talk about highlight of the week.
Yeah,
it's highlight of the week right there. In one situation, just pitching three Gerald Messengers and a Gravecrawler to your troll seemed good. Well, this one. So we see the Delver flip. Scotty recognizing that he cannot, walking is probably not going to win him this game. I'm not sure what card he drew, he just flipped it like he cannot see it. So Alan draws, I think twice pre-combat. Oh, and he draws the Unsummon, I think.
That is pretty good.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that kind of...
Magic players, you have 10 minutes.
Okay, so our clock is going up.
So, apparently, I think having those messengers would be pretty good right now.
Yeah. Well, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, because there's only a rush or some paper or something like. Well, 3 unsummons, so. You just have to hope that he doesn't draw. I mean, he definitely got in there for, 13 damage off of 1 creature.
So the game has turned pretty mightily on the back of that 1 unsummon. I don't know what's in Scotty's hand. It's a Izzet Charm and a Searing Spear.
Kids Space Painting will be taking place over in our local artist alley. If you live in the Orange City, and you should get a space painted. Also, just a reminder, we do have CharCon t-shirts for anybody who's ordered one that are ready for pickup. It's over here in the bank HQ. Thank you.
I think it might be too old for the face painting.
So then the guy comes out, stops the troll. You can get in for 2 damage here. So Scott doesn't have a pillar. Well, Pillar Flame doesn't work on sorcery speed. So you can pile in here. You can get 2 damage in. Obviously, you block the attack.
Okay, yeah.
Knocks him down to 3. And then what card did Alan draw?
Messenger? Ooh, good game.
And he just loses.
Or Tomb? No, that's a Tomb. I think.
There it is.
There we go.
A very interesting game. I think Scott got pretty lucky to draw down some there, but obviously he's running 3 copies of it as part of the game.
And Snapcaster, so
A very interesting line of play from Alan. I think it's very easy. You know, they talk about result-based thinking. You can look back on things and say whether it's right or wrong.
should have done, yeah.
At the time, I thought it was pretty cool. I still think it's really cool. I think he was just one draw step away from winning that game.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, it's
very
just
interesting. I still do not know why. Still do not know why Scotty. Still don't know why Scotty didn't ultimate his Tamiyo, but worked out for him in the end as he takes down this first round of our Star City Games Invitational Qualifier from CharCon. So let's switch back.
back on it.
So, thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Zachary Evans. I'm joined by local legend
Adam
and
Vickers.
stream personality Adam Vickers.
I think it's more than local because
You're developing
like,
a pretty
yeah,
considerable international
Virginia
fan base. You
area.
can follow Adam Vickers on his Twitter handle. What is that Twitter handle again?
Turd Wizard.
At Turd Wizard. So
I even recently made a Tumblr too
I saw
with the
that.
same name.
So at Turd Wizard.
Yeah.
So if you want to.
I'm trying to be hip with the kids.
So we did get information on Billy Tackett. Like I said, a lot of people asking about the playmats that were featured on our feature match area. Billy Tackett's apparently here. Apparently he's a local. Are you familiar with him? I believe he's local. I think he's down in Beckley. But apparently he does do custom playmats. So if anyone's interested, we will get this information up during the break, and then hopefully at some point run over and get a chance to talk to him. It's very interesting. I mean, card alteration is a huge part of the game now. I mean, there's people, guys like you look at Eric Klug, who's pretty maybe the most. He's in the mainstream as the most people know about him. He does that for a living. That's all he does.
Yeah, I mean, that's
he
pretty
does not
cool
have a
when you
9 to
can
5
turn
job. He simply has
into that.
Yeah, is he available right now?
He might be at
Yeah, we've got we can get him. So we're just considering Joel Merchant again, who helped us at States with being the spotter. Also helped us today. He's going to go get Billy. We've only got about 5 minutes here, but we can at least talk to him a little bit
Yeah,
about.
because I mean, think how cool it would be if you could get your grave crawlers altered in a zombie effect. You know, something on theme like that to get it.
Seems very. I mean, this one thing. It's why people have cards altered. It's why people foil out their deck. It's why people get foreign versions of card. It's your own little piece of artwork there. You know, I mean, your deck is you take ownership of it. Playmats are definitely part of that. So if he's available, we'll talk to him briefly. But if not, we'll have his information up. I'll definitely put it on the Facebook page. So if you want to check us out there, please do so. Facebook page, how can I get in touch with you? Like this. So Facebook page, it's facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. I post pictures from every event. We have a highlight of the week every event from whatever sweet play was from that specific week. We also have some general discussion on there about Magic stuff. Also post a lot of information about events we have going on. A lot of people in the room today were familiar with what's going on because we posted it on the Facebook page. CharCon, Legacy coming up, anything that's going on, we will talk. We will mention it there. So follow us on there, and then all these other places. This will not be the last time that you see me plop this up. We do not ask for any financial compensation by any means, but you can do us a favor and give us various self-validating likes on various forms of social media. So we have 4 rounds
We don't take money, but I will take any amount of pizza, ever.
We will pay.
Any amount of pizza. Ever imagine.
Does it have to be warm? Can it be
No,
cold?
it can be cold. I can eat cold pizza. I'm not that big of a pizza snob.
We don't ask for much. We ask for Facebook likes, Twitter follows, YouTube subscriptions, Twitch follows, and in some cases,
Pizza.
cold pizza.
Or
for
warm.
after.
I mean,
I'm not going to be picky. And no one has
No.
ever called me picky. Have you seen me? Does it look like I've turned down any food? Obviously not.
Yeah, I mean,
Self-deprecating humor on the Zach Sells Magic live stream. I'm going to jostle in my chair like a 4-year-old. There we go.
I'm gonna stare at you like Joe Rogan. But Matt Goldberg.
I don't know. The gentleman went over to try and get the artist. I'm not sure if he's going to be available. We are running a little bit short on time. Oh no, I believe he is coming over, so we might ask you to. I don't know if we have room for 3 people.
Yeah,
but,
I think I'll get up, and then we'll conduct it. Is that one here? Salter's over here. So,
he's right here.
Yeah. So here he comes.
So,
I'll give him
let's talk with him. Yeah, you can come on in, sit down. So, okay, you do that. It's Billy, right? Yep. So we're now joined by Billy Tackett, correct? Tackett. Well, first of all, thanks for joining us here. We've got we're streaming the. You're familiar with what's going on here. We're streaming the Magic tournament, and we have received not an inconsequential number of questions about. Have you seen the mats that we have? We'll switch over to the other camera, but we are featuring these mats which you've done, which I believe they're giving away as part of the promotion. Okay, so we're getting a lot of interest in these play mats. Who's done them, and how they can get more information on that. So. Once I found out you were in the room, seems like a pretty easy situation. So we have your card here. I'm going to put this information up on our Facebook page and information after the fact. But so just tell us a little bit about how you got into. Obviously, you're just in not just. It's not like you specialize only in playmat, but just fantasy art as well.
The playmats are kind of new. I'm an illustrator. I do a lot of book covers. Been a professional illustrator for 13 years.
Okay.
A lot of book covers, CD covers, private commissions. I started doing a concert about 7 or 8 years ago, and to try to network pieces of my publishers, and actually kind of fell into doing my own thing. And the general public liked me, like the zombie saying, something like that. So
Yeah, I think that's. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's one thing I think people will be a lot aware of. Have you seen those are card sleeves, aren't they?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know if I can. I'm going to low tech it. If you're familiar with this art, which has been I have seen more than a couple of those on the back of card sleeves.
Yep.
That is a Billy Tackett design. So I learned that myself today. But that's something I was very familiar with once we saw it. So.
Yeah, so I actually do T-shirts and stuff on it, and so it's kind of do convention, 37 conventions a year.
Okay.
Then the playmats started doing last year at CharCon. I'd never seen them before, and they said, "Hey, can you do these?" So I sort of took a Sharpie and just kind of started sketching on them. And,
I could spend the rest of my life trying to do one playmat and it would not look as good as your zombie
Thank you.
SpongeBob out
Thank
there.
you.
So it's very interesting. We've been really big on that SpongeBob one. So are you where are you based out of?
we're based out of Florence, Kentucky,
Okay.
just south of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Sure. Okay, so it's definitely we will. Like I said, I will put on the information a little bit later here, but just to go over that again, it's Billy Tackett Studios. You can reach him at www.billytackett.com, and then also email at billy@billytackett.com as well. Do you got any other? Someone was asking about, do you do commissions? Is that something that someone can go on your
Yes,
website,
yes.
contact you and say, I want this specific image, or here's some direction?
Yes, and we're doing the playmats online is kind of new for us. So
Okay.
what they need to do is go online and just email me, and we can kind of go back and forth.
Okay. And obviously, it's I'm sure the commissions and customs and stuff like that all vary based on the amount of time. But is there a ballpark? What it would cost someone?
The art itself starts at $15.
Okay.
Plus the cost of the playmat, which I believe is $8. or
Sure.
something like that.
So,
yeah.
so either way, we're talking, high-end $30 or $40 for a customized piece of artwork that you can forever play your Magic cards on. So
No, actually, some of the ones I had last year, I talked to a guy. One guy said, "Yeah, I play on mine every day." The other guy said, "I have to trade mine when it's on the wall." So it's
you get two. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Get one for show and one for one to hang on your wall. So, but I mean, again, looking at some of the comparable things, like if you wanted to send one off, one of the guys in our shop just had one custom printed. He had the image, to send us somewhere and get off, and I think it was $40 or $45. So very reasonable prices in my opinion. And plus, it's a piece of art. You know, it's one thing to get something printed; it's another something to get something specifically done.
There's art it's one of a kind.
Absolutely. Well, I will guarantee that I will be in touch with you because it's very interesting. For those of you who are in the area, you'll be here all day today.
Right.
Okay. So there are a couple of local viewers who are watching at home. If you have a chance, just $5 to get in the door for visitors pass. You can come and talk to Billy, or maybe get something done in that regard, or just come for the rest of the weekend. We'll be here tomorrow as well. So, Billy, thanks for taking the time out. It's nice to meet you, and we'll definitely pass on this information to everybody else, and hopefully drive some business your way. And then we'll now I need to go and find out how to get in the drawing to win that SpongeBob one. So we want to thank Billy Tackett. For those of you watching the tournament, we'll be back in about 5 minutes for round number 2.